Director Records? Here. Director Stock? Here. Director Wellman? Here. Director Dewell?
Here.
And let the record show that Director Sassnett is present via speakerphone.
All right. And roll call. I guess it's the same.
We don't do this.
Call to order, roll call. Okay. Flag salute.
You're good.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We are on to public comment. This portion of the meeting is reserved for any person desiring to address the board on any matter not on this agenda and over which the board has jurisdiction. Please be advised, however, the Brown Act prohibits action on items that are not listed on the agenda or properly added to the agenda under the provisions of the Brown Act. Board members may, however, respond briefly to statements made or questions posed. They may ask a question for clarification or request staff to report back to the board at a later meeting. Also, the board may take action to direct staff to place the matter on the future agenda. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes. Please step to the podium and state your name for the record before making your comments. No comments this evening?
No.
Okay, so we are on to item number 5, the Board of Directors time. This portion of the meeting is reserved for directors to present to the Board of Directors and the public information, announcements, and items that have come to their attention. No formal action will be taken. A board member may request that an item be placed for consideration at a future board meeting. Anything? No?
Teresa, did you have anything for Board of Directors time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on to item number 6, approval of purchase pickup truck. Request to purchase a 2008 Ford Ranger pickup truck, purchase not to exceed $13,200, expense to be booked as 06-8027, authorize staff to transfer funds from Capital Improvement Fund 06, sewer, to cover the cost.
And I just put a aside for here.
Okay. So this is the background. Currently, the district has a 2004 Ford Ranger in its Public Works Department fleet. This vehicle has over 190,000 miles on it. It has significant interior and exterior wear and tear. Costly repairs have been necessary, and sometimes the cost of those repairs exceed the value of the vehicle. The district has located a 2008 Ford Ranger with only 77,000 miles on it, and in much better condition than the current one. The cost of the newer vehicle, including any fees, will be less than the $13,200. Recommendation is to approve the expense to be booked as 06-8027, authorize the staff to transfer the funds from Capital Improvement Fund 06, sewer, to cover the cost of the purchase not to exceed $13,200.
Thank you. And I did ask Public Works Director Jim Burris to be here today. He brought you an entertaining photograph of the current vehicle, and then he wanted to make some comments about some of the repairs and why we're asking the board to approve this.
I have here a list of over the last 10 years what we spent on that truck, and it comes out to about $10,500. Good portion of it is pretty much standard stuff: brakes, tires, belts, hoses, but we do have some steering column repairs, transmission repairs. That's probably about the biggest ones, a couple different transmission repairs. Air conditioning, things of that nature, starter, coils, looks like. And, we're getting to the point where there's not much value left in that truck. But we'll probably just hang on to it and keep it as an extra one for the part-time guys to run around in and just try to keep it on hand for a spare truck, because there's really no use to get rid of it. It's got no value at this point. The new truck is, I drove it. It's in great shape. It's a good 6-cylinder motor. I had the same kind of truck for 20 years, and it was kind of bulletproof. They're great little trucks. So we think it'd probably be a good fit for what we do over there. It's only 2-wheel drive, and 98% of the time, that's all we really need around here. And if somebody has to get to town in the snow, they can take the old truck. But we can take the toolboxes off it and reuse those on the new truck, and they will fit right in there, so we don't have to incur any of those costs. So it's a pretty little truck. I think it'll probably work out fine for us. It's, not a lot of money to lay out. We can do this right for many years to come.
So it is. It's on consignment, but it is at Ashmore Motors. It's on consignment, but it is privately owned, and I believe it has the same owner.
Yeah, I think we should do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty little.
Obviously, with only 77,000 miles on it, it was probably just a spare vehicle for somebody. So.
How many of these smaller vehicles do we have, and what are they generally used for?
Well, this will make 3. We have 2 other Rangers. The other one has pretty close to the same amount of miles on it, and they're used for parks. The department uses them primarily. We used to use them a lot for when we did meter reads. That's primarily what they were used for, because they got better mileage and they were easier to get in and out of, and less wear and tear on the big trucks. So, but the parks department uses them now. Go around, weed whack around mailboxes, fire hydrants, things like that. They're good enough for that. That's all those guys need is just a small little pickup truck and satisfy their needs.
And in some cases, if depending on who's on call, if they don't live in Stallion, it's more economical to send them home for the 3-day weekend in a Ranger than an F-350, that uses a lot of fuel. So
the way things are getting in town, we don't want them going in there with a truck full of tools, in the bins. Whatever.
yes, yes.
Yeah, they're supposed to be able to respond in 20 minutes to get a call. So, as of right now, we only got 3 guys that are on call that live in town, and they're trying to move out here too. So, we're hopeful.
So if we see a Stallion emblem in town, it's because someone's on call or they're on some special trip.
Or going home because they're on call.
Right.
That's what I said, is that they're on
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, I mean, we all have to go to town frequently for various reasons, depending on, sometimes I have a meeting in the middle of the day, so I'll come out here in the morning and then go to town and then come back to finish my day, or, those guys got to run for a part. Carl's Hardware is a frequent stop.
Right. Well, I was actually curious after the last vehicle purchase. It had nothing to do with the purchase itself, other than you said it would never leave Stallion, and I'm not. That's not a question I have. The question I have is, where do we get these serviced, and do we do any service here in Stallion? Are we doing oil changes ourselves, or is everything going to somewhere else?
Oil changes we usually do at the tire stores because it's faster, easier, cheaper for those guys to do it. Like an oil change, an F-350 is probably $90. If I pay a guy, $30 to sit there and crawl around, fumble around with it, it's basically right even with the time that he's getting it. So stuff like that we just take to town. But anything like brakes and things of that nature, we generally do here because it's pretty simple to pop them off. But that's not an issue. The smaller stuff we'll do, but if it's a major repair, then it'll go to taxi transmission is who we've been using recently.
Okay. So rarely even does something have to go down to Bakersfield.
No, we rarely ever say anything to Bakersfield. I don't remember having to send anything to Bakersfield.
Except our water samples.
Yeah, we take water samples.
James has to run samples to Bakersfield. He has it smaller than Maverick.
The only thing we've done with Bakersfield is we've had some seats recovered. The guy who takes samples, James, will just throw the seat in the back of his truck and take it down and drop it off and pick it up the next time he goes and picks up samples.
Did you say that Parks and Rec, also use the same vehicle?
Well, it's part of the Parks Department, basically. It's the maintenance department for the parks.
Oh, okay.
Tow the mower trailer, and,
They have a little trailer that they'll tow around and has a mower on it.
but our recreation aides do not.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, and I have noticed this year particularly, that the street maintenance and the brush clearance around corners and stuff has been really good. I mean, it looks tidy as heck, and I've seen people out there in these very vehicles doing exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and we have one part-time kid that comes in the afternoons from 1 to 5, and this will be something that he can use as well. So we'll have a third guy out there, so that should help, get some of the weed whacking done as well. So right now we kind of buddies up with whoever he can ride with. But he's been around long enough to know what he's doing now, so we can sit him out on his own. That'll help with that.
Well, I retired my weed whacker this year before June, so, it doesn't come out again until next May.
Well, it's been weird this year. I mean, there's still been some fall stuff that,
yeah.
I thought we were done with mowing stuff, and we've had to pull it back out.
Well, it definitely looks nicer this year around here. Maybe it's just my eye, but...
That's it. We got that new flail mower, which has helped. That tends to keep working. So we haven't been working on the old one, so that's been an improvement for sure.
I make a motion to pass approve the expense, expense to be booked at 06-80.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
And we adjourn the meeting.
Public Works Department, thanks you. Thank you, Teresa.
Well, I do have one concern, and that is that I don't know if you guys are thanked enough for what you're doing to keep this place going and as nice looking as it is. So, thank you. Well, thank you.
The cookies will be showing up next week, right?
Well, at least that.